Hi friends, and welcome back to Reimagining Our Faith. While there's so much we could talk about with Peter, today is our last devotion focused on this incredible disciple. In our next devotion, we'll move on to our last two disciples, James and John. Well, there's a scene in Mark chapter 14, verses 66 and following, which tells of a time in Peter's life that I'm sure he would love to forget, and I'm sure he was disappointed in himself. It was the occasion when Peter denied knowing Jesus. And he didn't just make this denial one time, not even two times, but three times Peter denied that he even knew Jesus. Think about that. Peter was the first disciple to boldly confess that Jesus was the Messiah. He was constantly a leader among the disciples and was one of Jesus' closest followers. But at the end of Jesus' earthly life, Peter denied that he knew Jesus 3 different times. The story reminds us of a very important truth. No one, and I mean no one, is beyond the need of God's grace. Spiritual maturity does not somehow eliminate our dependence on grace and forgiveness. Every believer, regardless of their position, regardless of their reputation, or even their years of faithful service, every believer needs the mercy and grace of God. And this lesson comes to us from perhaps the best known of all the 12 disciples, Peter. The good news is that Peter's story did not end with that failure. As we mentioned a couple of devotions ago, Jesus forgave Peter, restored him, and continued to use him as a strong leader in the early Christian movement. God's grace was greater than Peter's sin. In our lives, when we stumble or fail, God invites us not to run away in shame, but to return to God in repentance. God's forgiveness is available to all who seek it. So, what can we do when, like Peter, we stumble and fall? Well, the Bible is very clear. First, we should confess our sin before God, clearly stating how we sinned and fell short of God's expectation. Second, we can accept God's forgiveness instead of dwelling on our guilt or wallowing in our shame. And then finally, we can extend the grace we have received from God to someone in our lives who has disappointed us. The same forgiveness and grace God has given to us is forgiveness and grace we can then give and extend to someone in our lives. Today is a great day to try this. Confess your sin, receive God's forgiveness and grace, and then share that grace with someone else, even as God helps you reimagine your faith.